Yay! Good evening, folks. I hope you're having a good one. I figured that might have been a mistake. Yeah. Hi, fellas. Sorry about that. Accidental moderation. Thank you. Let's see. Hold on. My windows are not in order. The Nvidia for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. We are back in the hardcore world, which is now in 1.21.5. Although I don't really know what I was doing, and that it's raining, which is not my favorite. So we'll see. I would really like to get rid of this rain. The state of this project, or the project here, kind of. Well, I've got Mr. Schenker still here. We'll need to make some from a farm of that. We got the iron farm and the kind of trading setup, which works. And under here we have, let's see, let's go down here. We have the moss farms, which are chugging away, which is good. Because that is what is getting me all of the stuff I need for the green nether project. Okay, let's get some random stuff here. Where so that is can't remember a lot of things over here. Is it just over here that I have iron? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I still need to make something out of that. Great if you want to open the drop and see if it's got subs gifted and chat moves. Oh yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's so much fun. Hi Trixie. So I don't really know exactly what I want to do other than get rid of this rain. Hi Vid. You guarding the chests? Very good. It would be nice to get back into the green nether projects. Just keep going on that. There's a lot of like my projects. What time is it? Midday. Great. Great. Yo. Singular Hollow. Thank you so much for 49. Yeah. What was the green nether project again? Just a bunch of dye in the nether or something. Doesn't look like midday. Well, that's what you get. This British midday. So I got magma cream basalt and netherrack in here. Some nether gold, or I presume I was in the nether and I was wearing golds. That would make sense. But I don't know. Well, I have moss blocks and stuff. I also have the tunnel projects in the nether, so maybe we set up to do that because I really don't want to be in this rain. It's just really annoying. And rip bitrate. Oh, lighting changing from the push there. I thought it was lightning, which would have meant I could have gone to sleep. Oh, so this is just got a random bits and bobs in it now, and this is empty. Should be safe to put it there. Let's just fill up one of these. Keep seeing those cows over there, thinking that they're about to walk into the place, which they're not. They can't get here, but oh nice. That isn't what? How is there one? Hold on, is this locked? What locks this? Is it being locked by this filter? Okay, well, whoops. Okay, well, it's fine. So there's a full shulker of those. I don't know what to do with this stuff. We'll fill in the rest of this with more moss, I suppose. Moss is just the material. we'll go with this. It's fine. And these are now chunk loaded, which means I will keep getting moss while I'm in the nether, which wasn't the case before. That's just means I will now have moss just forever. I would really like to sleep. Is it worth waiting? Perfectly sunny in Ireland's east coast today. Nice. It's a nice day here today as well. It was raining yesterday. So I want this in my bar with this on my bar. I think I should, I probably have a quite decent nether-like setup. I don't have many rockets. That's probably a thing to fix before I go in there. Do I? Wait. What's this one? Okay. Got one stack and then... Is that all the gunpowder I have? Dude, why do you keep going down? You're not allowed down here. Go up and protect stuff. Jeez. One moss block. Okay. So if I have any, it's in this farm chest, I guess. But this farm is broken. Don't know how that happened. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I do have some. I'm actually low on paper now. That's much less of an issue. Oh, right. Is this all full? It's all gonna... It's full. I can't be bothered. These are full. Everything's so full. I need to automate some of this stuff, but who has time for that? Do I really need this one piece of coal in here? Probably not. You can sit there. Okay. What else? Got Sappheiros. Really, I kind of want you in here. Is that the only Sappheiros potion I have, though? Nighttime! Let me sleep away this rain, please. Snack. And a gift. Oh, nice. 54 rabbit feet, which I've all gotten entirely as morning gifts. So Sappheiros is potentially the issue here. None in here. Two in here. That's okay. We can work with that. Floating chest is there forever now. It's on the ground. You know, the original ground. But yeah, this project, there's supposed to be a big house around this shell, but I want concrete for it. And for concrete, it would be really nice. Something spawned here somehow. It would be really nice if I could get, you know, gravel from bartering and stuff. So I don't really need this right now. That on my bar. I'll probably have this on my bar. It's the world's mascot. Rawr. So mad, boys. How long have I been in this world? Well, let's look at statistics. Time played 7.89 days. What is that in game? That's day 865. Nice. Alright, and this is the green nether project. And that immediately made me realize I want these on my bar somewhere also. Kind of think we do that. I don't really want to fight stuff with a sword in here. Because I don't want to accidentally hit things. Oh, that is feeling dark. No. Options, please. Bright. Okay. Just not used to it, I guess. So I've got two projects going in the nether. One is these tunnels, which they have soul sand underneath and I have soul speed. So we can trying to build those up all the way over to my what's over here. There's a stronghold which is off to the side a bit, and then there's a nether fortress that also portals into my slime farm because the only place I could find a swamp. I think that's the way, right? And then there's this, which is terraforming and spawn-proofing the nether to as great of a degree as possible within a certain range from this, which is my gold farm. Yeah, you had to do that, did you? Haha. Rawr. I wouldn't mind catching more of these. There's another one you here. That's not great. But I wouldn't mind catching some. What about your friend? Yeah, come here. Ow. So mad. Oh no, you're gonna. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Ow. Rude. I kind of want to kill this guy. Not gonna lie. There we go. Okay. That's better. Totem was... Well, I have totems. I haven't used one. But I have them. I'm not like... Oh. Oh, no. You, my friend, need to be somewhere else. Can I one-shot you? I am not sure.
Oh, also.
Oh, also? Hi, Ekoi. Thank you for the 66 months. Holy smokes. Oh, also. Why are you... Oh, my goodness. Hold up. What is... Facing west. It's facing in underneath this thing, which doesn't have a hopper, so that's great. Incredibly clever design over there. Okay, cool. This should be fine, I guess. God damn it. Really?
Yay.
Oh. No. Are you're all mad at me again? Okay, cool. Fun. Yeah, you are. Okay, fun. Well, I mean, now I have an excuse to kill that guy, I guess. What was that my fireworks trail? Okay, well. I don't think they like me. Hi. You want to come and play? Okay, let's play. So these are going to spawn forever, and the problem is there is a bug. Well, hold on. This happened before. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I might have fixed that bug. The problem is there's a guy down there in this boat who, of course, because he's in a boat, cannot despawn. And so, therefore, he would just keep the aggro alive, regardless of if everything else despawned. I would love... I have a spyglass somewhere. I'm gonna guess it's not accessible here. It's not in here, is it? Oh. How nice. See, all I was trying to do was fix my stupid farm. Do I have a crafting table in here? I do. Okay, make a hopper. Kind of just chilling for a moment here because those guys need to not, like, see me for a bit. Not be aggroed on me. You're chilling. Can't see anything down there. It's like a couple of minutes or something that it's supposed to cool down. Okay, they're absolutely 100% not cool down. They are not Jay chillin'. So the idea here being, I probably want to just blast out as far as I can, and then potentially slowly re-enter the area from the other direction. Might be worth... Okay, I like this idea. Might be worth going back and running the tunnel. I reflected a fireball. Good evening, non-empty string. Oh my goodness, there was a big gap here. I did not expect. There. Oh. That's silly. Alright, let's go. Everybody mad today. Alright, rerunning. That's basically 0, which is really useful because then I have a measure of distance. So I need to get 120 something, depending on, like, I don't think they move that fast. This should be far enough, meaning that everything. What is my view distance? Why is my view distance 12 chunks? That explains a thing or two. But why is my view distance 12 chunks? Okay, whatever. Anyway, this is further than spawn distance. Hi. Excuse me. I don't believe that you were invited here. See you. So if I just kind of start slowly just meandering back here, eventually we should be kind of one by one loading those fools in. Well, at the distance where they should be despawning. And so there should be no remnant of the aggro. But this is a piece of the game that has worked exceptionally poorly the last couple of times I've come across it. there were a bunch of like bug fix stuff related to their aggro though, so it's possible that it's fixed. Also, this side is not fully spawn proof, so it's possible that more spawned and got told. But I guess it's a good chance to see if things got fixed or not. What are we seeing over here? Well, seeing nothing because everything is spawn proof. That is so unhelpful. There's nothing spawned over there, which I suppose is interesting. Okay. I'm not hearing angry noises at the moment, which is probably pretty... You're chill. You're absolutely chill. Well, I mean, this is an interesting start to coming back. I want this. Probably don't care too much about that. But really, kind of one thing I... Yeah, stop. You're so rude. I'm trying to talk to the people. One thing I think I want to do then is snipe that. The zombified piglin in the boat. Yeah, they are coming down. So this bug is still in effect, which sucks. It is this guy. Very likely I hit the other guy too. Very likely I also hit the boat. I might need to go close. Did they turn around? I might want a different angle on this. 14 is fine, I guess. Give me that bar on my bar. This should be good. If I can make this work without getting gas spawns again. Well. What? Oh. There's a small guy on that raft too now. That's what confused me. That's what. That's just really weird. Okay. Well, I mean, that's actually kind of good. You're... Yeah. There we go. This should now be at a point. What's my elytra? We're fine. We're chilling. Where there's nothing that permanently exists and has aggro. Because the boats that I have are both... Excuse me. I have a cat screaming. Give me a moment. Yep, you were gonna come in here and scream with the people. I have no idea if you can hear him or not, but now he's in his screaming instead. Best case scenario, he lays down on my desk. Most likely scenario, he jumps down and wants out and wants to go scream right next to my sleeping wife. What are you saying? No. No, Sebbe. What are you? No. Like, I was working the other day from home, and I had Ellie climbing around in here, and I have my audio input unit here, which has a bunch of like voice effects and stuff. And so she started by like stumbling across all of that, like stepping on a bunch of buttons, and then meowing into the microphone with like a I don't know, some, you know, this kind of voice distinguishing thing that they have like on when you don't want to expose somebody's voice. That sounded really odd. Like a voice disguise. Okay, can I play the game now, friend? And you like chill? Like just chill? Not go screaming? That would be really nice for a change. Very nice, actually. No, don't. Stop there. Alright, let's try this. Let's see how long we can keep it going before he does a cat thing again. So once again, we're far enough away that all of those folks should have despawned, regardless of where they were in that area. What are you doing? Hi. He has like this really permanently grumpy look as well. Actually, I have that.
So this is what he turned, or she turned on. So imagine a meow with this effect.
It was great. Okay, well, let's start walking back. I guess I don't need to be that, like, slow. Maybe a little bit slow. Yeah, I'm glad I actually, because I have some of my own voice fed back through my headphones. I heard it. Because normally, like, in a normal computer setup, you don't hear yourself talking, right? But since I have the setup with that, because I want to hear when I record, I want to hear if there's like commotion in the background, so I need to do a retake, and that's why I have some of my own voice fed back into my headphones. Otherwise, I would never have noticed that she like stepped on those buttons, and then there might have been really interesting meetings the rest of the day. 7, no. He's trying to step on the keyboard now. That's a really bad idea, friendo. Okay, you can have this area. Here. You can go sleep there if you want. Yeah? It'll be good. You keep that on all stream. People will be so confused. At least we're giving them plenty of time to despawn. Now there's cat in the way of chat. So I've replaced chat with cat. Don't care for you anymore. There's a cat on my keyboard. Yes, indeed. Next snapshot video with that voice. Maybe that's what I do next time I'm sick. I just like turn on some ridiculous effect and like take it all to the max. Can I play? Can I play game now without having cat do stupid things? Just lay down, silly. He's not very amused. This actually, yeah, that's just you. Let's maybe so. Let's do this. I actually think this is a rather big problem with the game. Like, you're not supposed to be like permanently aggroed. So there's only one boat left. And it has 2 normal piglin, unzombified piglins in it, which means there's no permanently aggroed piglin in here anymore, which means I should be able to just approach there and it should be fine. I'm going to do so really slowly. All right, I think we're chill. But yeah, because they're not like immediately rushing for me. And there's no like apparent ones here. Okay. we were kind of sort of cool then. This is doing things. All right. We need to repair this. There we go. Now this is once again safe or something unspawnable. There was that area that I like stumbled on when I was flying around trying to find the space. Oh, when I was making my way back. Let's maybe replicate that. So I came from here. I was chilling up here. And then I was like, I know, I'll go back through the tunnel. And so I flew down. And I discovered like this big area where there was a big section that just wasn't... Was that up here? This might make sense. It's spawn-proof. There's this section up here. This is probably what I saw then. Where? So this thing... Apparently this is all spawn-proofed. Right. I'm going to assume that I've done all of this. I think I was trying to be very methodical and not leave an area like out here when I've done stuff more inwards. So I believe I've done all of this. And it looks like I've done all the stuff down there too. It is possible that I ran out of stuff. I do remember doing some of this stuff and like running out of moss in an awkward place and whatnot. And then it got really late and something like that. But I think I've managed to sort it. He actually laid down. Oh my god. So I will cover this a little bit up then, because it shouldn't be that much. But then there's obviously lots more area left to go. But not having... Actually might be a good point. I've been trying to do this really methodically in like quadrants. So like there's one square, 1/4 of the area basically that's almost done. One that is almost entirely done, except I keep finding pieces. But then what it means is right next to the farm is kind of open, which means the stuff spawns all right next to it all the time, which means I get ghasts and that kind of incident happens again and again. There's stuff here. Okay, interesting. So I've done a line here. And that's where I came out through. Okay, interesting. All right, so... Do you have to... That's so stupid. Let's not do that. I just want to kill you. Can we? My beautiful moss. Why did they do this to... I heard you. I see you. That is such an awkward angle. Okay. Well, yeah, case in point. There are a lot of ghasts that just spawn. There's no angle I can hit this guy from here. That might be an angle. That's way too low. That's still not really possible. That maybe? Oh. Okay, whatever. I guess the conclusion is just this project's going to be really annoying until it's done. Do I have something that just desperately needs to repair? No, not really. And we'll just take the XP, I guess. Yeah. There's always a risk firing off arrows in the nether. Always Always some level of risk. But you know, it's only a hardcore world. Those arrows can be dangerous, yes, but just letting a ghast fly around is also not entirely risk-free, you know. I have not met Notch, no. He left the company before I started. I'm also not entirely sad about that fact. Because I've not heard great things. Okay. There's a lot of mobs here, which makes sense. What are you carrying? You're carrying a mushroom. So this thing is now done. It's just the... What kind of meow was that? He did a really like horse meow, like he just woke up or something. Are you sure you want to be doing this? No. Well, I mean he was, but poor choice. What is a good methodical way of doing this? Maybe this. Cut off this corner. Obviously this is extremely grindy, but it is I like, that's a part of Minecraft I like. I don't really have as much time and stuff, as much of an opportunity to experience it anymore, but just this completely changing a world, making it entirely your own, mega projects that just completely enable things that otherwise were just not possible. That's not what I meant to do. Does become worth checking how many moss carpets you've placed when it's done? Yes, but it's already very many. Let's just say. I think I just managed to do all of that now. Unless there's a little quirk to go around here, but I don't think so. I mean, let's look at what it is now. Times used 53,000 moss carpet. Let's see, what are we at? We got 8 minutes until our break. Might have to take that break a little early because I might need to go and get this cat out of here so he doesn't disturb my wife. Sir, did you get off my lawn? The further this project progresses, the more concentrated the spawns become, which means the more annoying it is to do the last little bit, because they're just stomping all over everything and there's just mobs everywhere. Wish we had better / more statistics on Bedrock. Yeah, that's one of the pieces that's kind of missing. He's not digging up the lawn. No, that's only the Enderman. I bet the last little bit of this project is just going to be me going and finding like one big holes of just missing moss where Endermen have just gone and picked up a layer. Like, I want this. I might actually just silk these then. I'm trying to grab as much as possible of the ores and stuff, because once I cover it, there's no way I go back and find it. Okay. You know what? He is really screaming out there. So I am going to take that break soon. Can Minecraft Java be compatible with mobile devices? Like why Mojang made two to three games, not just one? I mean, it wasn't back then. It wasn't feasible. Would it be now? Who knows? But like now we have them, right? So there is some kind of launcher for Java on Android. I know it's not official, but it, like maybe strong enough phones technically feasible to run that. Anyway, I need to go take a break. We'll run our ad break for that Twitch really wants to get that out of the way while I deal with this cat. So I will see you in 3 or 4 minutes, hopefully, if I can get this cat to, you know, stay in place. See you soon. Now? Fight me? Yeah! Not like that. Ow. Ow. Bad. Ow.
Oh, beautiful.
So, did someone clip it?
Rebind
What?
walk forwards to control plus shift plus craft jukebox and play pig step.
We're not doing that challenge anymore, but thank you for the bits, man. Whoa!
This is such a good place to play pig step.
How? Isn't that just poison?
See? You needed to craft the jukebox and play pig step.
I have failed you, chat. I'm finding a bunch in the ceiling.
Oh, we need 8 more. 8 more.
I got 8
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, this is done. This is done.
Who's going to get the winning one?
I got one. It's
I
a
got one
bunch in
Yeah, I got
ceiling
5 now,
I
so
got
just 3
5.
left.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, boys. Check it out.
Oh, 61.
here. One ahead.
Dang.
One ahead.
Oh, that's it. We've done it all right. No more advancements.
Yeah, there's no more advancements.
Well, they
Nothing.
can still catch up if they get more.
Okay.
So
Join their server.
do we now taunt them in chat to distract them?
Yeah.
Is that our best use of resources?
Monster Hunter! Get in. $72 pearls. All right, let's look at some stats because that was fun. 72 pearls thrown. We mined 900 acacia logs and 155 oak logs. 95 hay bales. All of that traded. 2.49 luck. Wow. That's astoundingly awful. Right, we back. Cats now. I'm still unhappy, but on the upper floor instead. There's so much noise of all of them walking around here. It's so unsettling. Thank you. Enderman keeps stealing all the mushrooms. So many pig men. So much noise. Oh, there's a gap there too. Ooh, and also there. That one is done. Here they go. Okay, so what's here then? And what have I taken off my bar for this? I feel like it was something important, but I don't know. I also, I got both the boats. That's cool. It's taking up my inventory space, but it's cool, I guess. Oh, this is awful. There's all the way up there. And down there. That's quite annoying. I guess we go... Well... I don't know which one's which. Great thinking, Lime. That was not the one I was looking for, but it's okay. Grab the moss from that. I think we should probably do this. Have a couple more moss, put that in there. So now I'm mining it with silk, so I'm not gonna even be able to stack anything more than that. Okay, so that's all done. Let's just up from here. Do you ever play with mods? Yes. I did a big run on Sky Factory 5 a little while ago before I switched stream kind of focus for a little bit. But that was fun, but it kind of the pack kind of stalled a little bit. Felt it was really fun to begin with and kind of really lost momentum. But yeah, I've played a bunch of modded. What do I do here? I probably make another like line. That is awful. Don't want that there. Like do something like this. And then I gotta go down there also. Now we cut this thing all the way in there. Is this smart? Well, I mean, at least I'll see it. There's moss to here. Spectrum mods seems very cool. Interesting take on progression. I've not seen that one. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. We'll leave it like this. So now my objective is to fill in between these with moss so that I kind of know that I'm done with this section. That's really annoying. Sure, we'll do those two. I'm not replacing the lava because I need to, because it's already spawn proof, but mostly because I don't want to accidentally like fall in if I need to go and scout for a place where I've missed it before. Doesn't hurt to make this part of the nether slightly safer while I'm doing this. And I have infinite moss, so my farm is making more moss than I can use up. I'm just making it more quickly than I can use it. That is just a lot of mobs for that little space. Where's this fool? There you are. Hi, fool. No. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, fine. That's already done. Don't like the piglin noise from like randomly behind me. It looks like all of the spawnable surfaces are done here. Okay. I think that's good. Where is this full? Yeah, there you are. Okay, this was quite awful. I initially placed this perimeter and chose the location of that farm specifically because I thought the basalt deltas were not included. And then I realized I'd miscalculated. So it's in here. Yes, okay. I left magma there. Now what? I'll probably do the rest of this before I go down there, because there's a section below this that is unmossed. My dude. Oh, you're now closed in. That's not great. Yeah, the significant part of the effort of doing this has been just the fact that a bunch of basalt deltas, weird shapes, is being included. I see moss in there. Okay. Let's take that away too. It's so weird to look out over this and have like the nether particles and then full green backdrop. I love it, but it's also weird.
It's no ghast cry, but maybe.
People used to do nether creeper all the time. That meme has died. But thank you, Akoi. It did kind of catch me off guard a bit there. I do have a ghast thing, right? There is a ghast troll bit amount. Okay, so we need to go down here and do all of this stuff. So let's... How does this look? Yeah, this is good. So let's cut that off here with a line that goes here, because then it will go mostly on the top of the ridge here, not all the way down. My dude! Like so. Now we just need to fill it in. Oh yeah, 666.
Yay.
That is appropriate. Both in that you better cost you a little bit because it'll give me a heart attack, and also because they are the devils. Quite literally floating devil balloons. I do not want to wear my gold helmet, but you're making it awfully hard to not. Alright, I've missed a bunch of stuff here. Thank you, Sir Chips, a lot for the follow. Thank you, Akoi, for the 55 bits. And thank you, Barial, for the follow. I have no idea. I tried. That's too many eyes. And that's too creepy of a sound.
But ghasts just want to play. Less than 3.
Yes, their playing breaks my fine work. Thank you, Octogen. No, that's not Octogen. That's Octogen said something before, and I got confused. I'm now so scared that I can't even read names. Maybe I just like always expect Octogen to be trolling me. Okay. That's that little gap mostly done. Why does that? That does have moss on it. It looks like it's missing. It's just because it's the edges. Always trolley. Oh, good. That's good clarification. Grab some mushrooms. Not punch you by accident. Guess they've gone up there and then gotten stuck. I don't see any mossed stuff up here. There usually can be some like chilling in the ceiling. Maybe that? I'm gonna go look at that actually. Oh yeah. That is a really weird little... I mean, I must have placed this. Right? It goes sideways. I don't think it generates that way. So I've placed it and then forgot to like remove it or slab it, I guess. Carpet it, I suppose. Weird. All right. Let's try to close up this gap. It shouldn't be all that much left. Well, I mean, I said that several times, and you keep finding these little nooks and crannies that are just not visible, but then they turn out to be a whole bunch of spawnable blocks. Can you, sir? Could you actually draw there if you... Okay, never mind. The best possible thing is if they walk up onto the carpets, because then they're not in the way of placing new carpets. That's fine, I think. Just enough space to do that. I didn't. Oh, because I pick up the course. Okay, I don't have any good thing to do here. I guess it's safe to do that. Saw two kids fighting and abusing on cracked server. I don't know how to report it, like we can't do anything. No, Mojang will fix it, but I'm now a premium user. Well, I mean, this is the only thing that, you know, possibly will be fixed. The server's not existing. Although, I don't know. Like, that's probably not a realistic thing. That was quick. All right, because I got 2 stacks, not 3. It's a whole like direction that we won't be having guests from, so I guess that's good. I wonder how much stuff there's behind this like stupid basalt delta that's still gonna have areas. That is probably a lot. Realistically, there's gonna be a lot. But I mean, it does look like there's stuff mostly spawning in the farm all the time. Did I fix the thing where ghasts were spawning in? There's also the top layer of the farm is broken. Because for some reason I didn't have enough turtle eggs to put there, or some mob managed to break it. But it's at least no longer there. So like stuff that spawns in that top layer just kind of chills for a bit. which is definitely not helping the rates from it. I should make some kind of a way to get those items to the overworld. Just automatically collect them and get them to the overworld. I have an iron farm now, so I don't need to worry about iron as much. And the iron farm is also chunk loaded, so I'll have lots of iron. So I could just make a long, silly long hopper thing. Can't really, you know, water stream things in the nether. But I could just have like millions of hoppers. What's the option? The option is like push stuff with a piston over an ice path or something. Minecart. Oh god. Transporting items in a minecart system. I mean, that's doable. It's actually quite like fun. Like the result would be fun because it would mean that there would be like minecarts rolling by and that produce a bunch of movement and stuff, which is fun. I also did have some like big project plan for this area of making like a big thing around it. Which I've now all but forgotten because it's taken so long. This day count? Day is 867. Why do I have 32 levels? Because I've gathered them and I haven't really needed to mend anything, and I've mined a bunch of stuff and whatnot. And I guess I haven't really had a reason to try to put it into something. Okay, so that should be this whole little section here complete. "1,000 days in the hardcore, I made the nether green." Yeah. I mean, certainly the largest project I have. It's not the only, but it is the largest one. Okay. Well, so... And the most of the spawns have disappeared too, so that's a good sign. There are still some. They may just be like leftovers. I think we... Ow. We go bonk on stuff. This there. Why did I take so much damage from that particular one? That's weird. This all looks pretty good also. Yeah, there you can clearly see it now. There's just a bunch chilling up there. Whereas on the lower floors, as soon as something spawns, it runs in. So I do seem to have fixed the gas spawn. Whee! Okay. Surely this does not mean that I'm done with another quarter, because that seems preposterous. Oh. Do I remember the coordinate here? 208 actually sounds like this should be the edge. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, there's the line. So there's all of this stuff. Which is going to be fun, because now we're, you know, now we're in the forest. Now we have hoglins and stuff. Will Mojang add a level system to Minecraft? I have 32 levels. Default game is empty. It's as empty as you make it. Or leave it. Oh, that makes no sense. Oh, well, yes, it does. Okay, so that's outside of the area. So that does make sense. Ooh. Look at this little floating piece of land that I have a perfect opportunity to put some nice little green carpet on right now. I'm not mining that. No way. Cool PC specs. Thank you. Right.
Paying the late tax.
Hello, Pazu. Thank you so much for the bits. Hope you're doing well. Blaze of water. Well, I could. It just wouldn't do much.
And the elusive nether creeper.
The elusive. Do you have like an FAQ anywhere? Do I? I don't know. I don't think so. So I am now on the in the next quadrant. That's really interesting, actually. Part of me wants to do this from out
Evening
here.
all.
I feel like you get so many repeated questions. That's kind of how you. That's how things work as a streamer. It's just part of the thing. Thank you for the creeper, Pazu. Appreciate that. Thank you,
Yay.
the Anonym 3000 for the follow. Thank you, Tired Bunny, for 44 months of support. That's a long time. Thank you so much. And thank you, Leoli, for the follow. I think I'm gonna bite the bullet here and work on the things that is out here. It's gonna be the hardest part of this, but it's also nice to have the hardest part done. And it means I'm not gonna have hoglins attacking me and biting me in the ass. So what do I need to do? Or what is a good way to do this? Okay, now kind of actually want this on my bar because I might want to switch like this, actually. Nice. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff here too. Oh, that's so much fun. Oh, I love that. That's so great. All the stuff down there. God damn it. Nice green nether. Thank you. Okay. Which order do I try to do this? On some level, it's kind of sensible to go down there and do all the low stuff first. It is for farm, yes. It is also terraforming, but it's mostly for farming. I am not... One of the restrictions I've put on myself on this in this hardcore world is I do not play with nether roof. Like, well, it's there, obviously. I don't go above it. Field of view, 90%. It's how I used to play, actually. I switched down to 80 to be more familiar to people on YouTube's. Yeah, it's not. It's just... It's percent, it's not degrees. No, it's not. 70 is normal. 90 is just more. But 107%? No. It's not percent. It's an angle. And has a very specific meaning. Yeah, I'm gonna just go down there, I think. We'll do this part first. So, field of view is like, now I left it at normal. It's one of those like, oh, it's a magic number. It makes your screen go in some way or another. But what it is actually like it has a very specific meaning, and there is actually like a value that is correct. And the correct value is a value nobody uses because it would be way too small for like gaming. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're all like mad at a hoglin or something. It's vertical. I'm quite sure. But anyway, imagine that you're watching the world through a small window. You know, like a physical window. You're sitting inside, you're watching the window. And the world outside shows up in a certain degree field of view of your view, right? And you could say that from your eye, there is a certain amount of degrees where the world outside shows. That's the field of view. That's what it's supposed to be. It's kind of supposed to be like this manifestation of the view out the window, which is now a window on your computer, to correctly, you know, show how the world would look. The problem is, you get such a narrow view of the world through your window. You know, you look out the world, you're not going to see that much. You're certainly not going to see enough to be able to go like, oh, I'm going to, you know, play a game and have a good sense of what I'm doing or whatnot. So nobody uses it that way, but that's like that's the original, you know, meaning of that term in terms of like rendering and yeah, just how games and rendering and computer graphics kind of works. These are not spawnable, so I don't need to moss them. This is really hard to keep track of. And it's also why you get fisheye and stuff, yes. Within theoretical field of view depending on your distance to the screen. Yes. Yes, it would. Which also actually is why like stuff like eye tracking is so interesting. Because basically, your field of view and the way that things render depends on your point of view. It depends on where your eye is. So if you like move your head, can you move out of the way? My goodness. Oh my god. Okay. So you can like look around the corner by moving your head, right? Because it changes the angle at which you see things out that window. Right? It's the same thing as if you're watching the view, if you're watching the world out the window of, you know, your house, and you lean over because that'll let you see what's like somebody's doing down the lawn. Never been so nervous watching hardcore. We just chilling. We're talking about field of view here. What do you mean? It's yeah. Pay no mind to the fact that it's hardcore. And the fact that we're in a Crimson Forest and there's just stuff happening all around. That's not a problem. Let me cut here again. Thank you for running right past my vision. Can't believe you're so chilled where you are. Well, I mean, that's just what comes from playing the game a lot. I used to play a challenge called Triple H, which I don't know if I invented is the right term, like others have tried it before, but I kind of popularized it. The Triple H is half-hearted hardcore, so it's hardcore with a half a heart in max health. And so this kind of feels mostly chill, to be honest. I've done so much like challenge running of Minecraft that like normal play just doesn't feel that high stakes anymore. My what? Also turn off my why are my settings so different from what they usually are? select a no-hit. So that way you don't have the totem equipped. I find... So I feel in control. I feel like it's more important for me to be in control of what's going on than it is for me to have an oh shit button. Use the French. So I would much rather have a shield in my offhand. Things go really south, I do have it and I can, grab it or whatever, but I would much rather just have the shield at the ready. And let's be clear, if this was like, if I was just starting out and can't see a thing, it's just piglets everywhere. If I was just starting out and I didn't like have good gear and stuff, then I would be playing this a lot more carefully. But I have solid gear. Like I could tank falling in lava for a while. Okay. I feel like I'm mostly done with the section down here. Are nether leaves not spawnable? No. Yeah, I mean, so anything you see in my videos has a public source. And the fact that we can produce them so quickly is much more down to lots and lots and lots and lots of experience and work put into our workflows with the helper team and the mod and everything. Like I've said it a couple of times, I would actually probably be better at making snapshot videos if I didn't work at Mojang. Because what would happen then, well, assuming I would make it my entire work, right? Like other YouTubers, but what would happen would be I would have the entire days of snapshot days to like keep up with things, be prepared, do work as bug fixes come in, you start recording a little bit, be ready when the moment a snapshot drops, and then I can start working on the video. Now I'm probably in some meeting, and then I have to get home from the office and whatnot. So it has actually, of course, there's a benefit in kind of mentally I can be a little bit prepared on what's going on, right? But mostly it's a drawback. Annoyingly good at not spilling secrets. That's, what comes with signing an NDA and stuff. You have to go to an office? Yuck. We were hybrid, so we have days in the office and days not. Sometimes it's yuck. Most of the times it's kind of nice. You meet up with people. I would much rather be in a situation where we could kind of control more of it ourselves. But I don't mind the concept of an office. I think I want to do... That is really odd. Okay. I think I want to do something like this. So we cut off everything there. And then I do the inner part first. Question mark? Is this stuff all done up here? Yeah, that's all done. Also, another part of that whole thing is I was making snapshot videos before I got hired by Mojang. And that sucked. To be clear, they are not a part of why I'm hired by Mojang. But I was making, that was part of the community, and I was making those videos before. Okay. So we are cool here, I think. Think Minecraft is too easy? No. I think that tends to come up as a part of a question of like, we need more end game content or whatever, and like Minecraft Like, there's a bunch of new additions, and people will go like, "Why? This is too easy." But it's easy under the context of people who are like me, who are like other YouTubers, and most of the kind of power players or whatever, who have played like 5,000 hours of the game. Yes, it makes things easier, you know. Does it mean the game is too easy? No, people struggle. It's a super what is the word I'm looking for? Unforgiving. It's super unforgiving when you start out. How many other like games today will like have a mob walk up to you, blow up, and insta-gib you? Let's start like tossing some of this stuff in here. And then you don't have a save point. You have to go back to the same place and get your gear. But wait, it also vanishes if you're not quick enough. And quick enough actually means 5 minutes, which is really short because you don't have gear. Like, it's ridiculously unforgiving for new players. But the fact is, people love it and they play it for such a long time that it becomes basically second nature. And then it becomes, you know, reasonably easy. So, is it too easy? No. Would there be space for having something like an even more difficult game mode or something, maybe? Or difficulty? Potentially. I don't know. But is it too easy? Certainly not. And a lot of people, when they read things like change logs and update notes about what's being added, will view those things out of a lens of that they don't realize is quite extreme in the context of all of the people who play Minecraft. 5 minutes if you're in the same chunk, which I think is reasonable. It's not. That's not at all it. 5 minutes if that chunk is loaded and within simulation distance. So if you die in a cave and your simulation distance is, well, let's just say that your simulation distance is 10 for the ease of counting, right? Which is a reasonable number. It gets 12 by default or something. That means as soon as you are within 160 blocks from where you died, that timer starts ticking. I do not like this angle, but I kind of have to make that shot anyway. I did not really mean to get like pulled into continuing all this way, but now I'm debating. I think it's probably better to just keep going, and then I go back and do the whole like top layer later. Or play hardcore and then don't worry about getting back. That's a solution, I suppose. Oh, is this the lava pillar that I was... No, it was that lava pillar that I was looking at before. Let's make a cut. Well, maybe go here. Oh no, I'm missing one. Okay. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, that's good. I mean, many games have things like hardcore modes and such, right? That's not super unique. So I wouldn't say that Minecraft as a game is more unforgiving or harder because of a hardcore mode, because you've kind of chosen that.
A stack? A stack of what though? A stack of silly jokes? Memories? Last items? Or maybe just limes? We're about to find out. It's Slasher's stack of wonderful months with all of the above.
Brian only butchered that somewhat. Thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you so much for the one stack a month. of support. I really appreciate that. Good to see you again. Zora, thank you for the follow as well. I want to ask you, I've been trying to find ancient debris for so long. I've not been lucky and found nothing, so maybe you can tell me what's the best way to find it. There are a couple of different ways that people will do that. I tend to just dig at the right height, which is generally around height 15 in the nether. But people use like TNT at that height as well. Some people use bed explosions. But generally, dig around at that level. And the more blocks you expose at that level, the higher your chance of finding it. I think full-time game streamers have skewed a lot of perceptions of hardness. Maybe. I mean, there are ridiculously skilled people playing games on the interwebs. You know, that's certainly true. And speedrunners and people who are just like challenge runners or whatever at any game can tend to skew what is easy and hard. Yes. But also, generally, it kind of shows they tend to be very special, right? Kind of shows that they are so special. But Minecraft is a little bit different because it's a game that people will put that many hours into without being streamers or without, you know, it's not just a challenge. Some people will just build in Minecraft for that amount of time. And then they become really good at building in Minecraft. But that's kind of become almost a norm compared to like whatever Dr. Dude playing ridiculously hard Souls-like games on a electronic trombone, right? Trumpet, I guess it is. It's public class is the magic term in coding Minecraft Java Edition. Public class is just keywords of the language. You kind of have to use them. Why did you have to spawn just when I stopped to take a drink? That's not okay. What am I actually doing? I am filling the nether with green. And trying to not be harassed by gas. That should have been a hit. Come on. Really? Am I high or am I low? That is just an awful angle. That was low. That's truly awful angle. Come on, dude. I do not want you hanging about there. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. So obviously this is going up towards the farm, which is maybe okay, maybe even good. So I guess I'll just keep going here. I think mostly what we're doing is chilling, talking anyway. As chill as you can be in this situation. Can you get a happy guess in this version? No. I'm not in snapshots. Oh. That's really annoying. Oh wait, actually that's like not connected. That's like a little ledge or something like that. Oh, it's like from around there. This is the line of the center point. I am so gonna forget that place exists if I don't deal with it now. And for some reason I don't have ender pearls. Fine. Oh, that's annoying. It's fine. Can I not even get up here? Did we really need another gas there? Oh, no. Okay, this is... Where are you? How? Why do I feel like that's gotten worse? Okay, that's just certainly gotten worse. Now I can't see a thing. Okay, well. You die now. So much fire! So that's not the fire that I was talking about, though. I was on this side to begin with, so I guess we go back and start from there. But, I mean, thank you for trying to help me spawn-proof this stuff, I suppose, but I prefer the moss myself. We're fine. We're chilling. What we might want to chill more with, though, is... You not push me around? That's so rude. I want to grab a new fire res here. So I have one for this runs out. Alright. We're back. We're back to being cool. What were we talking about? That is so annoying. Why did those have to be there? There's a single unslapped block, and if I go there and dig, I'll end up where those other ones are. See what happens. Slicedlime main arrow aiming more accurate because he sucks at aiming. I love people coming in and doing that after seeing one fight. Like, you don't care about the one where I like one shot something from 4 million miles away, but then the one time I struggle a little bit, then you go do that. And then you're also misinformed about the changes. Right, that was uncovered because there was a piglet on there before. Could you like see it? Oh, there's like an actual tunnel down here. Huh. Okay. That's really annoying. Oh, there are a bunch of more blocks here. Nice. Great, that's exactly... Why am I not carrying ender pearls? Do I have ender pearls somewhere? Do I have ender pearls in this? This is really awkward. I do. And now I have my shulker on a ledge. Yeah. Okay, cool. Anything I should do up here? No. Well... Yeah, okay. We're dropping here to begin with. We're doing this. I cannot reach things. We're gonna have to do this the awkward way. We do it here. And then we curl up there. It's only more accurate for the first few blocks, right? That's right. So at the distance that we were looking at, like the previous fight, they wouldn't have made a difference at all. Like, it really doesn't make much of a difference. It's super close. And at the distance, it's exactly the same as before. No, this is the awkward position of I think I've done everything down here. Like, it isn't that much. But if I don't, then I'm going to have to go down again. I'm going to be really annoyed. So... Okay, I still feel confident that I got all that, so I think we're good. Alright, cool, nice. So that was kind of lucky that I saw those 4 blocks, because otherwise they would have been left as spawn spaces, all of that stuff down there. Why am I doing this? Because I want to spawn-proof the nether, so I can get my farm to work better and all kinds of stuff. How does that work? I assume beforehand a bit of random pitch and yaw was added. It doesn't really have anything to do with accuracy. The accuracy of how your arrow shoots is exactly the same as before. What it is at distance, when your arrow has traveled a bit, there's just a kind of there's a bit of extra space around the arrow where it will actually hit stuff. So you can think about it as the hitbox of the arrow becomes larger as it travels. And before, that's just always been the case. You can see that in my update video for that snapshot, where I'm shooting next to a creeper and hitting it. This is a little bit precarious. I'm not a huge fan of this. I still have fire res. A minute. Do I want to swim all the way up there and block this? I don't think so. I think I will just block it where it drops here. Like that. That's better. Very nice. Nice and cozy. Okay, let me... I feel like I'm missing something on my bar. What is it? That makes sense, but it's not what I had there before. I thought entity hitboxes sizes were baked into the entity. Yeah, so that's why I said you can think of it as if the hitbox gets larger. It isn't actually, the hitbox doesn't actually get larger, but the area where the arrow is checking for whether it hits something or not does. So essentially you can think about it as if it's the hitbox gets larger. Interestingly, the hitbox is not the entire thing that determines if something hits something or not. Although you would think it did because of the name. Yeah, but the change is to reduce it up close, but it's also up really, really close. Like, it doesn't make that big of a difference, really, unless you're like shooting somebody at point blank range. I don't love these kind of slopes. Where am I even? Okay, we're not that far from the main line of the thing. Wasn't it easier just to build a farm on another roof? That's the point. I'd not use the nether roof in this hardcore world because the nether roof is kind of a cheat code. It just trivializes everything. And then you're playing the entire game on this very unfun, flat, it's like you turn the entire nether part of the game to a super flat. All right, we're close to those, but I don't. This area is also expanding here. You might want to do something like this. So one of the things that, or some of the things that I wanted to do with this world when I started it. You're just gonna get mad at me anyway, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, one of the things I wanted to do with this world was play some stuff differently. Just not, you know, make the same old farms and do the same old things and abuse villagers to get the things and, you know. So I put a bunch of extra rules. And one of them was don't use the nether roof. Another one was don't abduct or zombify villagers. And it makes things more interesting, like especially for me, because I've played so many like challenge runs where the solution is trade with villagers until you get the thing, and it becomes a little bit tedious, and so I just wanted to not have that be the best option for my hardcore world as well. Everything accidentally gets zombified. Well, so, I mean, because I can't abduct villagers, all of the villagers I have in my base are cured villagers that spawn zombified, right? Of course I can cure them if they're zombified again, but... How did I... Right, I used 4. How do I end up with odd numbers of... Okay, that's really weird. Oh no, okay. Oh, I get it. But it doesn't help me to zombify villagers because all of the villagers I have were rescued villagers that spawned in zombified form. So I've already cured them once, which means I don't gain anything from curing them again, other than, you know, helping them because they accidentally got zombified. So if they get zombified, it is because it was an accident. That was extremely close looking at the Enderman. Used 5? Oh yeah, I had to put one down. That's right. You're getting so many mushrooms. Let's put that one away then, because it's not very helpful. Yeah. There are a few things in farm design and stuff like that tends to be just the one solution for everything. Another one is using nether portals for basically every single farm, which means it just every farm becomes the same. And I'm trying to just avoid repeating that. The other thing is that I've said is I want to make my own farms. I do not want to just like block by block replicate somebody's tutorial or whatever. I don't want to build something off of a blueprint. Or import a schematic or whatever, but even then, even if I don't want to build something off of somebody's, you know, image or video. Yo, Fadred, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hope you had a great stream today. yeah, so I can use components that people have made. Like I can, use a hopper clock that somebody's made or something like that. I don't have to reinvent every single thing. But I want to make the farm designs myself, which I think is one of the fun parts of the game that people miss out on sometimes because, yeah, I'm not going to make the most of... I'm not ENX04. I'm not going to make the most, like, crazy rate farm that, like, manages to perfectly abuse the spawn system in the game or whatnot. But it doesn't matter because I also get to have fun designing stuff, which is something people miss out on a lot. Let's run a snooze on this. I don't want to drop the ads right when people join. Still think endgame is too easy. I haven't died from mobs in a very long time since I got endgame armor. Well, I mean, you can always make other challenges for yourself. You can play AAA. But I would think that for a lot of people, the hazard of fighting mobs is not what makes the end game fun. The game is not a game about PvE combat at the end stage of it. I would go so far as to say I don't think its systems are great support for that. Like, I don't know that I think Minecraft would be the game that I would choose to go for if I was looking for a game that is all about combat.
Yay.
So, to each their own, but to me, that's not the challenge that I'm after. Playing in hardcore makes things more high stakes, but it's still not what I'm after. And yeah, then people cheese everything. Makes the best armor, game's too easy. I mean, there's a... If Minecraft was a game that was about the combat challenge, right? If Minecraft was Dark Souls, or whatever, then there would be merit to that, because then that would indicate that the balance of the game is off. You want challenge in those games. You want there to be an appropriate level of challenge, and even the end game armor and whatnot is supposed to still scale up with the enemies you meet and like the challenge of that. But my argument here is that that's not what Minecraft is about. Yes, it was actually about the inventory all along. No, but there's a bunch of stuff that you could easily argue that the true challenge of endgame is understanding all the detailed mechanics of being able to make farms. You could also argue that the real challenge of endgame is a creative challenge of building something really, really nice. Or you could argue that the real challenge of endgame is managing to collect all of the items in the game. Or you could argue that the real challenge of the endgame is getting all the advanced... You see? Right? It's not... The open-endedness of the game, I think, is what takes away that argument. The endgame is just another instance of the game is what you make of it. This is spawn-proofing, yes. It's also a terraforming project, but really the main purpose is spawn-proofing. Making your own farms is fun, but knowing there's a better, more efficient version out there you're avoiding makes your own version feel pointless. I don't agree with that. I don't. Do you always play games to be optimal? Like, essentially, the same argument can be made for a puzzle game. Why do you not just play with the walkthrough of a puzzle game? Because you want to be there and you want to play the game, right? You don't want to just like follow a set of steps that somebody wrote down in a document or follow along with a video. All right, there are many reasons to want to do stuff beyond I want the optimal thing, and hand on heart, how many of us really need the optimal rate of, you know, creepers being killed or whatever it is? You need a bunch of gunpowder, but do you really need the 300,000 gunpowder per hour? Because I know I don't. There are certain cases where I have in the past, like when I was playing on Legacy SMP, it did make a difference. We needed really high-powered farms, but most people don't. So, you know, I think people are missing out. I think people are missing out on a fun part of the game because they think they need like the optimal thing, and I don't think they do. Nice little floating island with 2 Endermen. They picked up some mushrooms. I think they're just managed to not like pick up the blocks that they were standing on somehow. What color harness are you gonna put on your happy ghast? I don't know if I need a happy ghast. I honestly don't know kind of why I would get one, other than fun, which is a good reason. They're picking up blocks, so they're not really picking up items. So they picked up blocks. It just happens to be mushrooms. It looks a little weird. I am gonna go down here. The answer is lime color always. But nah, it kind of isn't. The blue ones look really nice, I think. Like the dark blue ones, not the light blue. Okay, so there's more down there. This is an awkward place. I kind of gotta get around this corner. I think this is fine. I'm gonna try to... Oh no, is there a cave in there? Oh no. At the end of the day, I think, like, to each their own. Like, if you get a lot of enjoyment out of following somebody's block by block tutorial and getting yourself the most optimal bazillion of items per hour farm, then, you know, don't let me take away that joy. You play your game. You know, play it the whichever way that gives you the most joy. These are gonna fall, aren't they? That one isn't. Whew. Just died on my hardcore world. Defeated the Ender Dragon for the first time. Got Elytra, died making a creeper farm. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Good work on the first kill, though. That's a huge accomplishment, even if the world ended up not making it. Which part of the game do you work on? I lead the team that is kind of the platform team for the game. Oh no, there's some... How did I leave one block up there? I can do that. No, I left more. Okay, never mind. So basically, I'm technical lead for the team that is kind of making stuff that isn't gameplay. There's more kind of engine-like enabling things to performance, all the graphics work. Well, kind of want to go over here. There are 2 Endermen there that I could hit if they wander over. I could also miss, and if I do, I think the angle puts me kind of there, which means I fall into the lava. YOLO. That's way low. See, and this is why I don't worry too much, because, like, I didn't even take that much damage before I could drink that. And it wasn't even a splash. I'm gonna go there. No, that's gonna... Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Hi. Excuse the flames. I found out that I learn a lot copying someone else's farm. But it must be from a tutorial, not a light Vegas scheme. That's also absolutely cool. No, tell me... I don't have more. Okay, I have moss. That's fine. Okay. Do you know when Vibrant Visuals is coming to Bedrock? To Bedrock? That's public already. That was the big announcement this Minecraft Live, you know. Am I good here? I think I'm good here. All right. Where do I get back though? I think this might. Yes. Okay. Cool. Will they ever add Sweeping Edge to Bedrock? I can't tell you that. Anyway, it is about the ad break time again. Twitch needs to get its ads out of its system, so we'll be away for a few minutes, 3 minutes about, and then we'll be back to do a last little bit of this. Won't be going too long today, but there's a lot of progress here. Liking it. See you in a few minutes. So let's raid these things first. I'm always bad news for villages, you know. Oh, coal. Okay, another one. Fine. Oh! How did I get out of that one alive? Holy smokes. Yeah, I do need that water bucket, don't I? Yeah. Not where my mindset is at right now.
Half-hearted mode.
Again?
No.
Put it in half-hearted mode.
No.
There were 2 voices saying that there. It's 2 against 1, Myth. Sorry.
Well, it was also me saying no. No.
Thank you.
Just saying.
You don't count.
Apparently. Who am I to talk about my stream?
Yeah, I don't know. Who do you think you are?
The viewers decide, that's obvious, right?
You think you are, Mrs. Streamer? Think you're like the streamer or something?
I want to talk to the manager of the stream.
Alright, Karen to space. Oh, you all just died. A bit.
I think they are still dying.
Oh, good.
Okay, now we can go die in peace.
Beautiful.
We have 32 bone meal and 52 bone. That should get us somewhere. And the nice array of friends here. Very nice. And apparently a little bit of arrows. Oops. Headbanging villagers. I love it. Okay. What do you think? I don't even know where I logged out. I logged out in my base. How long time? How long time did you spend on that? Oh, dedication. What do we got here? Not much by it looks, thinks, but surface coal. Oh, yikes.
Here is your Minecraft refund. Also, please check in with HR on Monday.
Oh, thank you, Mojang, for the dono. Refund, I mean. Fantastic. Thank you. What do I put in the corners? Do I not put anything?
At the underscore guy 1604 asked for this.
You got it, chat. You got your wish. How in the world? Should I tunnel somewhere? All right, we back. There's no exact date. Vibrant Visuals was announced as coming in the next few months or something like that. And that was a while ago. Have a good night, Phils. Is this where I was supposed to continue? I think it was like there's so much like layers on top of each other. Let's do this. It's so easy to get lost, but I think I want to do this part, connect these areas up, and then that's pretty good endpoint for today. I have that bunch of stuff, and then there's a bunch of stuff down here, but it's getting somewhere. The good part about this side is that there's a lot of like open space here. That side had like 4 different shelves. That was really annoying. It took forever. This is a mob proofing and terraforming project. At the end of the whole thing, I want this gold farm in the center of it to also have a barter set up so I can get a bunch of stuff, and then yeah, can get a lot of stuff from this farm. Oh god, that's really annoying. Why do you have to be right on top of a zombified piglin? You are being so annoying right now. Where was I? Was that it? That's done. Okay, so I guess down here is the last little lump that I should do right now. I think it would make sense for the harness to be crafted with 3 saddles instead of leather. That really doesn't make much sense to me. Like, you don't make a big thing out of some smaller things that are the same. Like, in general. Okay. I've got a problem now, and that's because, well, that's also a problem. I've had those boats with non-zombified piglins in for a long time there, and now because of the incident earlier, I had to destroy the boats, which means I now don't have like the piglins I want there for the bartering part of the thing later. Which is quite an... Okay, there's stuff down there too. That's more annoying. Worst case, I guess, later, when I'm kind of done, I will need to take... I guess I'll just not wear gold and then run like all the way out here and get one to follow me all the way back, assuming that I can find a good path where it's like actually runnable. That's gonna suck though. What the... Oh, that is that the halfway point? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's really annoying. This one line and... What? What? How did you... What? What just hurt you? Well, I mean, that's a second time for today. It must have been something related to that gas fight before. They all seem to come from over here too, so... Could I have shot an arrow at an angle that like ended up hitting the sim distance? And then... Like then when I moved, it spawned a piglin like underneath it or something. Still more coming. Yeah, they're all... Okay, I've got fire rest, but I only have a little left of it, which isn't great, and I'm not in a great position to get up more of it, but I think we're chill. We've got eight rockets. You're all just here. The reason I've just been chilling here is I wanted as many of them as possible to be like right here, which is negative 147. So if I get to negative 99, if I get like over there to my tunnel or something, or even to the farm is good enough, I think. So let's go. This is the nice part about so much of it being spawn-proofed. It's like... There's just not more of them spawning here. Let's take a little bit of time here to get the right things into my inventory for the potential scenario of this going wrong. So I want this. I definitely want more rockets. It's probably about it, to be honest. I guess I could take this out. Don't necessarily need the bamboo rafts. I'm going to put those away. Alright, that should be decent. Oh, that's not a lot of food, actually. Do you have more food? Well, I mean, if we can carry one, we'll carry the rest. Do we have food in there? No. For some reason, in the shulker that I usually use for my like value boost, I have 7 cooked mutton. That's really odd, but we'll take it. That's fine. Let's see if... Ow! Rude. Let's see if they've chilled. Okay, you're... Okay. You don't seem to be beelining towards me. You seem pretty chill at the distance, at least. We'll just wander over here, like, a little slowly. Those are not zombified. You are decidedly unchill. Okay, I need to be reasonably far away, but not so far away that they despawn, that they unload. I need to be far enough away that they can chill and despawn. This might be a reasonable place. That guy's kind of walking very purposefully. There's a lot of them up here. Holy smokes. But these are chill. They have not been told that I'm a villain. And the amount of them on this ridge also tells us something about how effective this bomb-proofing is starting to be. Because, oh boy. I do upload on YouTube. In fact, this stream is also on YouTube. Let's hop and skip a little bit slowly closer to see if we can spot something. Go up here. You're all chill. I kind of need to. I want to get to the point where I have a vantage point on those particular zombified piglins that were way over there. I really cannot see much here. So that's the edge. That's the edge of the area. It was quite close to the edge of the area. If I approach it from here, then. You're all chill. So in that direction, you seem unchill. You seem very unchill. Like, I have no good place here. I think I'm out of his line of sight here, which means he should cool down and, oh boy, that I might have to take that back. No, should cool down and he should despawn, more importantly. There we go. So that's the key. I need the ones that were really, really, really angry with me to all go despawn. And they only there's something preventing them from despawning if they like think they have me in their sights or something. I don't know. This is really kind of tough to approach in a reasonable manner. Okay, never mind. So they got told. Somebody done told them. That sucks. Yeah. So mad, boys. Wings are fine. I guess I do the whole thing. We thread the needle there. Go into the tunnel and we run all the entire tunnel. Who snitched? Yeah. That is the question. There are magma cube sounds here. Well, I guess this is outside of the area anyway, so that doesn't matter. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. This is. Alright, so now I'm way out of the spawn range. I hate that it's the second time I'm dealing with this. Right, you're just mad because I'm not wearing gold. Because, like, most of the area is bomb-proofed from this point of view. There's not going to be a lot of spawns. There are not going to be a lot of things that can carry the message, so to speak. There are not going to be a lot of them that can be angry on somebody else's behalf. Another idea here would be I can go all the way out here. You're chill. I could go all the way out like this way. And then way over there, and come at them from the completely opposite direction. I really don't know. I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but this is one of the parts of the game that I think are functioning quite poorly. And it's also quite an important part when it comes to balancing. So here's your difficulty if you want it, I suppose. So these are all very chill. We know this thing. This is... Did you have to? This is where I... Really, my dude. That is so uncool. Just spawned right behind my back. Broke my nice little moss. Okay. Whatevs, dude. This is what I started. I went here, went down, went all the way around there. Actually, while we're here, I did want to block up this lava stream. Which... Go fight that hoglin instead. Should just be this. Let me... What in the world? Okay, whatever. Alright, well now I've kind of chilled here for a little bit. What in the... Oh, gesture. Hi. I'll take that, I guess. The problem is this is a wide gap traverse, and I'm gonna move quite quickly, which is what I was trying to avoid. I might just walk out. Why didn't the hogland attack you? Because I was standing right next to the block that scares it. Warped fungus repels them. And so does portals. The more you know, eh? They are chill. You're chill. Can I get eyes on this side from here? I think that over here somewhere is where I was when I had all of them come running. Yeah. And they are all despawned now. There's a bunch down here. They seem chill. You're all chill. Alright, if I wander over here now, we should definitely... Well, there could be like one out here somewhere that's just really angry, and then they would all immediately get angry again. Like that. Yeah. Okay, leave quickly this time. And actually, I'm gonna leave in this direction. How's my wings? It's fine. Was there a portal here? I cannot remember where that goes. Let's go to the warped forest. Hi, Kimi. I've mossified a huge amount, and they're really angry about it. Where am I at? 400. That might be too far away. I want to be close enough that they're still loaded, but despawning. That guy looks chill now, but I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm not. The mistake I made was moving too quickly, I think. So we're just gonna really slowly move back. I need to load them a few at a time, give them enough time to chill out, despawn, and not tell anybody what a horrible person I am. I really want to be up there, but I shouldn't traverse that quickly. So I guess we go down instead. You're chill. This is X. Yes. We're moving the right direction. Yeah, there's some endemic parallels in here. I am gonna go up here now, I think. These ones. This is what the hoglin was repelled by. I might actually just grab that. I do Sappheiros, yeah. Got hunted from my bar. That was a little quick movement. Maybe I'll back off for a second. Stand on this. There's the portal. Okay, I actually do kind of... Let's do this. Don't need the moss for now. And I don't... Ah, it'll be fine. Okay. Well, out here you're all chill at least. You're regulars. Like this guy could be the guy who was really angry or whatnot. Let's eat the last bread. Clears up an inventory space. Good, I suppose. Hi. It would be really unfortunate if somebody told you to be mad at me right now. Well, this gives me a really poor vantage point, but at least I managed to get somewhere I can move, but I didn't move a lot closer. This can go in there too. This is quite annoying. I really just wanted to finish that part. I can't stream for that much longer. I need to go to bed. Still can't really see the area, which I guess is good. Means we just keep slowly moving. So you're standing right next to the green area, which means these kind of look sus. There's a whole bunch of them down there. We might want to let them despawn. So if I back off again, So they can do that quickly. Hi, laser. We go like in here. This should be good. And then we walk back. I'm hoping to see that those guys have despawned. A bunch of them more over there now. That's a good sign. I get eyes on this stuff again. And I don't know if you're the same guys. The magma cube there. Interesting. I mean, really my ideal here would be that this guy and this guy both despawn before I move. Because I'm not entirely certain that they aren't mad. You know what? I'm just gonna try a really dumb, just quick move on these. It should despawn them and respawn them if I got far enough away. Guessed. Okay, they are no longer there. Those guys might be different. Okay, I'm not gonna care about you. Or maybe I am, because you're coming downwards. I don't want to repeat. There's another one somewhere. Close. Like underneath me. Is it really... Okay, you're gonna be really annoying now. Oh my goodness, okay. There are so many ghasts. Can we not? Can we not? Can we not do the thing where where they're just really annoying ghast fights all over? Okay. I think we're good here. I'm gonna keep moving. Worst case, all of these just attack me immediately now. I don't know. I feel like surely now I've crossed the entire area and I've approached it from the other end. Surely they will now have despawned. Okay, now he's despawned too. Okay. I'm feeling reasonably good about this. By which I mean, that sucked. Why is this lit? There's lava down there. Okay. No! There's one like left in the... Oh! Oh, you little piece of... You are the problem. So he did not despawn because he was writing something. And so he was like despawned or not based on the other guy, I guess. Sure. That sucks. Come on. He did snitch. There were more of them, I think, below in the lava because there was still somebody mad. I'm gonna just try flying back now, seeing if it's just all chill. If I don't hear like angry piggling noises here, I think we're probably good. See anybody running? I don't hear any angry zombified piggling noise. We might be okay. Oh my goodness. That was not the ending I needed here. Jesus. That took so long. Yeah. Still need to look more at those parts of the game. Can I run here? Yeah. Not gonna care about those. Okay. Oh, this is not an island. Okay, I thought this was an island. I was just gonna do the small island real quick. It is clearly within the zone. What do I do? I will need to do all of this later. We'll just wrap up with this. That's good enough. Well, that was more of an adventure than I thought. But also much more of this done than I thought I would do today, so that's pretty good. There's a segment here. There's a bunch of stuff over here. And then this little bit. But I think it's actually potentially less than I thought there would be, because there's not like all of these layers, which is the big thing. Because like, just look here, there's like down there, there's here, there's here, there's here. The forgiveness mechanic is quite opaque. It should not have direct line of sight for much more than 55 seconds while still loaded. Yeah, something like that. So my thinking is it's just broken. Like, it clearly does not work the way it is described as it should work, either by wiki or by code. So I think it just is, for all intents and purposes, bugged. But because it's so opaque, people don't know if it's bugged or not. I don't know if they're bug reports. I mean, this seems to be working quite reasonably now. To the point where we're actually kind of running out of space in this. That's quite cool. Yeah. Rah, rah, rah. Nice. That's a good haul. That's a good haul from this farm. Alright, I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna care too much about the fact that there's still a bunch of rotten flesh in there. Farm's still very unfinished, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. This is super temporary. I wanted to auto-craft it into gold ingots and then probably auto-barter a lot of it. Hi. They're being killed by falling. I don't really care about killing them manually. I would get more loot that way, but I don't care about it. All right, we're back. That's going to be the wrap up for today. That was interesting. Yeah. Is there one or two here? There's two of them here. Oh boy. I might try sending 2 armor stands through. Somebody said that no longer works, but... Alright, cool. Thanks for hanging out today. It was fun. I'm glad I'm back in hardcore again. We'll try to keep this as the streaming project, but I don't know. I'm kind of replanning things, trying to figure out what I'm doing with update videos, with videos in general, because I haven't had time to do other videos for a while. So I might be changing stream schedules and stuff a little bit around to make some space for other stuff, both in my channel and in my life. But we'll see about that. But for now, we'll keep on trucking in the hardcore world. Let me find the raid button. Where are we going today? We going to Linksy, maybe? Or more hardcore, eh? Thank you so much, folks. Have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, night, whatever it is in your time zone. And I will see you laters. Have a good one. Bye-bye.